Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome to Stellaris. That's right, I've got access to it. I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? Well, to be fair, neither did I, but Paradox was nice enough to actually give me the key to this game before its release. Now, there is a plot twist to it. I am still on review embargo, which means that until this game actually comes out, I'm not allowed to create any kind of review content for this game. What does review content include? Any sorts of opinions, which means that I'm not allowed to actually give you any opinions on this game. This is what I'm going to do as soon as the review embargo lifts off, however, and I'll create my introducing video for Stellaris, where I'll give you not only my critique of the game, but also include a basic tutorial, which means that the series you're going to see right now is not really going to be a true tutorial. After all, I have only played for a few dozen hours of this game, so I'm not really qualified to create proper tutorial. But once the review embargo lifts, I think I'll be good enough to actually give you a very basic tutorial for this game, alongside my critique. So you can look forward to that. Now, before we begin, I'd like to again thank Paradox for actually looking out for the small guy, because let's be honest, my YouTube channel isn't that big. It's actually really small and extraordinarily niche, but as it turns out, it's niche in the right way, that being the Forex way, and apparently they thought that I'm worthy, which, I mean, I didn't actually fully expect that, but I'm really thankful and very touched by this. So, without further ado, let us jump into the game. So the first thing we need to do is actually create an empire for our playthrough. It's gonna be a short playthrough because I don't want this to last too long. The release date for this game is only in a few days after all. Empire of One is the faction I played as before. And by the way, I thought to myself, I cannot give you any opinion about this game, right? Right. But I can give you true facts, I can give statements. So let me make a statement about a fact. During the first 36 hours of me having access to this game, I played it for 24 hours. Just saying. It's not an opinion, I'm just stating a fact, that's what happened, alright? Okay. Think of it what you want. So anyway, I really like this faction actually, but we're gonna play as a new faction for this short playthrough. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you, guide you through the process of creating this faction. By the way, there are humans in this game, yes. I have seen people on the forums who are like, hey, is there anybody else like me who's only gonna ever play as humans? To which I'm like, seriously, if you're only ever gonna play Stellaris as humans, you're kind of missing the point, aren't you? This game has so much variety in it, and you're gonna play as humans? Really? That's boring. But whatever, some people are just like this, I suppose. I don't see the appeal. I find humans boring, honestly. Anyway, I have thought about the race that I'm gonna play as before. I thought about the gimmick I'm gonna go for, so let me type it properly, because I'm really bad when it comes to typing and speaking at the same time, unfortunately. So we're gonna play as the Sharyan. Who are we? Well, I'll let you figure it out as we go. So Sharyan it is, the ship prefix. Property of the Dark One. PDO? Dark One Sword. DOS. That's an operating system. I like it. Yes, DOS is gonna be our prefix. That was actually... It wasn't supposed to be heroes, but I suppose it's gonna be. And as for the naming, I think I saw something that fits me relatively okay. That's not this one. There we go. This one is good enough. It's got fairly generic fluid names, which I like. I think that's what we would go for. And it does have fairly weirdish names that fit this race, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and continue on. Now, racial traits. It is something that you definitely need to min-max in your game. And I'll probably talk about those traits in more detail in my introducing video and or possibly future videos if I create more series for this game. For now, however, since I'm still in the process of learning this game, like I said, I only played it for a few dozen hours. I don't remember how many exactly, a lot probably, but still not enough to actually have a true grasp and understanding of this game. So I'm not trying to min-max right now, I'm just gonna go for something that fits the gimmick, shall we? So let us start off by negative traits. As you can see, I can pick 4 traits at maximum, and I need to be above the... not necessarily above, I need to have at least 0 trait points. So right now I have 2 left, so that's better, that's pretty good, but I wanna give myself some extras. So let's start off by making... Actually, let's start off by giving myself positive traits so that it looks nicer. So I'm gonna be intelligent, not I, the race that I'm gonna control is gonna be intelligent and talented. But as a downside, those are gonna be slow breeders and also solitary guys. So that's gonna be their lineup. Intelligent, basically boosting your science. In this game, science is split into 3 equal but different science paths. So instead of just having one science, what's it called? Not output, I suppose it is, but one science resource, you have 3 different science resources for engineering, physics, and society. And intelligent gives us a bonus to all of them, which is pretty neat. Talented, well, it's pretty simple, it makes our heroes better. Which isn't actually a very big deal, heroes level up pretty fast in this game, but it fits the gimmick, so I'm gonna stick with that, even though I think that once I make tutorials I'll probably shy away from this thing. But it's not a tutorial yet, like I said. Slow breeders, reducing growth time, as you might imagine, it's pretty bad in any 4X game. And this game is, it's true, this is kind of like 4X mixed with grand strategy. There's a lot of grand strategy elements in this game, but it's still more 4X than grand strategy in my opinion, so... Not opinion, it's... that was an opinion, okay? I don't know if I'll edit that out or not. I'll think about it. Either way, solitary. Now that thing, it reduces happiness. Again, that's strictly bad trait. I would say that this race is actually pretty bad considering the traits I've got, but whatever. Let's keep going on, shall we? Now, you can create a ruler. That doesn't really matter almost at all, because this leader of your empire, he or she is gonna die pretty quickly and then you're gonna forget about him. But you might as well go ahead and go for a name, random name. That's Spud, Dora, sure, you're a lady, you're a handsome lady indeed, and color variants, I mean, of course, it's gonna be black. So let's continue onward with the homeworld. Now, I want those guys to be... they're gonna like cold places, and the thing about cold places is that as much as I could go for Arctic World or Thunder World, whatever planet you pick, the 2 planets on the opposite side, in this case for example if I went for Arctic, the opposing tropical desert, these are gonna be uninhabitable by us, or the least habitable, you get the idea, we don't like those places. But desert can get kinda cold. The thing about arid environments is that they can get extremely hot but also extremely cold, so it still somewhat fits us, so I want to be able to potentially be over there. And arid again, same deal, so I'm gonna stick with Thunderworld and make it so that continental and tropical are the places that we hate. I think it's gonna be just fine. Alrighty then, world name. Now, I could go for a suggestion. I'm not gonna go for anything of the sort. I've got my own name, homeworld name. Blessing. I mean, let's think about it. Every race, I assume, most races probably, I actually don't know because the only race in real life I know right now that claims control of an entire planet are the humans, and we called it F. Not very imaginative, is it? F. We walk on F. It's made of F. Actually, part of it is. This small, very small part of it is. But we are mostly encoded with Earth, so we named our planet F. Not very imaginative, is it? So I imagine other races are also probably calling the planet simple things. Now, those guys, they're kind of religious, eh? They believe in the Dark Angels, and they believe that they're the zealots that are supposed to fight for the glory of the Dark Angels. So they call their homeworld Blessing, because the entire planet is a blessing given to them by the Dark Angels. So that's that. As for the star name, that's gonna be the hated one, since those guys hate brightness. And star is bright, so ergo they hate it, so they call it the hated one. It probably has some nasty place in their mythology or whatever. Starting solar system, if you want to start in our actual solar system, you can do that. I don't see why you would, but some people are into that. I mean, suppose for some roleplays, whatever. I wouldn't. I hate humans. Alrighty then, as for the city, something that would look pretty at night, in my opinion, that's the avian city. I mean, imagine this at night with like cool city lights. Oh yeah, that's cool. Although those guys don't like lights, so that would probably be very little lights. They probably still need sound, don't they? Maybe they don't have eyes. Maybe those are not eyes that you see over there. Maybe those are ears. Yeah, maybe... Okay, maybe they are not... Those things don't look as fancy during the night as I would imagine. But whatever. Still, I like this this window screen. Either way, now it's the important part. Picking our government and ethics. First, you probably should start with the ethics. That's what your empire is gonna believe in for the most part. These can change as the game progresses and as your empire demographics change, but it's gonna be, for the most part, it's gonna be relatively-ish static. So let's start with fanatic spiritualistic. I was thinking about just going for spiritualistic and then militaristic, but thing is, those guys really believe in the Dark Angels, so that is gonna be that. I know it's relatively boring-ish to go for spiritualistic plus militarist approach, I admit, but I don't want to go for things that I went for with my previous empire, which was militarist, individualist plus materialist. And if I were to give those guys something, I would probably go for actually individualist, if anything, because they're like, yeah, we believe in the Dark Angels, and we're gonna fight in the glory if necessary, because our quest is to actually extinguish every star in the galaxy, and every black hole in the galaxy as well, because all of those can generate light. So we don't like light, so we're gonna destroy them all. But as for the people, we don't really care, so we're neither xenophobes or xenophiles, you're just like, if you believe in the Dark Gods, I mean, not gods, Dark Angels, then that's cool. If you're not, then that's cool either, as well, so no particular strong feelings in that order. When it comes to collectivist or individualist, what I said, it does sound kind of like they like individualism, but I don't want to go for something that I went for before. So instead, let's not do that. Let's have them focus really heavily on spiritualistic. I cannot go for materialist because I went for spiritualist. That's how it goes. And I definitely see them more as warmongers than pacifists. So let's keep it as it is. As for the way that you govern the rules, this can also change in the game. As you unlock better technologies, you are given access to some things that are just inherently better ruling systems than the ones you start with. I'm gonna go for something that's probably related to belief. I don't see how those guys could be ruled by a single individual, especially since we're all maybe not necessarily equal, but the highest ones are the Dark ones, the Dark Angels. So Divine Mandate, that's wrong. Theocratic Oligarchy, Ethics Divergence, -2%, that's pretty good. Leader Recruitment Cost, -15%. Now that doesn't seem likely. Those guys, they are few in numbers, and they are very... they're... I don't know how to call them. They're cool, I suppose. And everybody is cool, so picking the coolest will be difficult. I think I'm just gonna go for a Theocratic Republic. Also, it is an amazing trade, by the way, because Core Sector Plans +2, it's incredible. Basically, we're gonna get to what it means later, but you can only govern so few plans directly on your own, and this allows you to govern more of them, which is just inherently better than putting them in sectors, which is how you otherwise deal with having too many planets. So that's actually a really powerful thing. Let's go ahead and continue. Now, as for the name of our empire, it's gonna be pompous, over the top, kind of stupid because, I mean, whatever. So, United Holy... I'm sorry if it's too loud on the keyboard. Orders of the Dark ones or Dark Angels? Dark Angels. I kept calling it the Dark ones before, but let's call them Dark Angels. Although I did name my ships after Dark Ones. Alright, let's go for Dark Ones. Those are angels, but they're called Dark Ones. And adjective, just United Holy Order will do, I suppose. It's, I don't think you can create a different adjective from that sort of name. So I just shortened it. Because, yeah, stuff, swag. Alright, as for our flag, we like Dark Angels or Dark Ones. So we probably want something to do with wings, so let's go for... Oh, that's a cute one. That's not what we're gonna go for, though. Let's go for this one. This seems Dark Angel-y enough, I suppose, so let's keep that. Let's have something that resembles... Yeah, that looks like we're actually diving in on our prey. I like that. Secondary color, no, primary color, it's gonna be black. Yeah, I like that. And, secondary color, some dark blue. Yeah, that's like... That's not really navy blue. Or midnight blue. I love midnight blue so much. But that's not really it. That's more like just dark blue. I suppose it has its own name that I don't know. Either way, let's continue on. Now, weapons. I kind of want to go for missiles. Thing is, two problems with missiles. One, when they explode, they're bright. So we don't like that. Two, more of a gameplay thing. I don't like missiles because they're the slowest, or one of the slowest weapons in the game. I think they are the slowest. So by the time they reach the enemy ship, chances are enemy ship is gonna be destroyed already, which means that you wasted your missiles. So they're kind of inefficient weapon, I suppose. I'm not a fan. Even though they have amazing range, I do admit that. But later on you get access to some better things that have better range. Tackle lances. So, no. I'm gonna go for projectile weapons. I think out of the three, they're the darkest. I mean, lasers are literally light. So, no. projectile weapons, there is still some light involved in firing them, but I suppose that's the least. So let's keep going. Now, FTL method. I can understand why they recommend Warp Tower for the new players. However, I'll share some experience with you. In my previous playthrough, I was in a war for 70 years. Game time, of course, not real time. And the thing about that, what it made me realize is that AI hates me because I actually didn't provoke the AI. I tried to be nice. They united the galaxy to kill me instead, however. So, note to self, be a warmonger, you are horrible at being friendly, apparently. That's the story of my life, really. But what it really made me realize is that warp travel is all cool and dandy, but during the time of war, nothing beats wormhole. Because whereas I was struggling to get my armies from one star system to another, the enemy was like jumping around me and hitting my core systems when I was trying to chase them down, which was impossible. Wormhole travel is so very useful. I imagine hyperspace would also be relatively useful, but it's limited in terms of where you can go, so I'm pretty sure wormhole is the most powerful. Yes, you can lose your wormhole stations, that's how I actually was able to limit the effectiveness of enemy during that war, which was a really tough war. I mean, it lasted for 70 years, you can imagine how difficult it was. But still, wormhole travel, in my opinion, it gives you so many advantages, and also it's kind of cool. And it kind of fits the Dark Angels, I believe. Does it? I don't know, let's say it does. As for the ships, well, obviously black. Those are also kind of black, however. But these are black hair, I think. So let's go for that. And our race is ready. Let's go ahead and save them up. You know, the Holy Orders of the Dark Ones are already done. And now let's go for our game. I'm gonna go for Tiny. Because, as I said, I do want this game to be finished in a rather quick session. And that last game I played, it wasn't small. I kinda cannot finish it. So, even though yeah, those several dozens of hours, they are still from that one game. So, I'm gonna go for Tiny if you don't mind, because I do want to finish it relatively quickly. We can go for another playthrough soon afterwards, I suppose. For now, let's just finish it quickly. Let's go for a ring, maybe, for a change. AI Empires. Now, I know this is gonna be a tiny galaxy, but I do want to have more opponents. So let's make it a bit crowded with 4 AI Empires. And keep in mind, that doesn't include non-developed empires. So there can be, you can create more empires, or they can rise on their own from primitive civilizations as we go along with the game. So it's possible that this number will actually increase during the game rather than decrease. Advanced AI stats, it's actually I cannot give you any opinions. It's a feature that actually makes, hold on, what do I mean to say? It makes you can read actually. Why do I need to explain this to you? Now, this feature actually does create some extra diversity and I suppose inequality, but keep in mind, it's a 4X / grand strategy game. Don't expect it to be perfectly equal and balanced, and I think that if you were to expect such a thing, you would be a little bit on the weird side. As for the difficulty, now, here is the interesting thing. Difficulty actually changes the way AI interacts with you. If you're on normal, you can probably get into alliance. Doing that, getting into an alliance or insane is insanely difficult. Insanely difficult. I'm not sure if you can do it actually. I really tried hard. I don't know if you can do it. And I do want to, if possible, showcase alliances to you and to myself as well, since I haven't actually, like I said, managed to make myself part of any of those. So let's play on hard instead of insane. For all my future videos, I will play on insane. You know me, I like highest difficulties. But for now, hopefully we get an alliance out of this. So let's go for just hard. Out of the method, any Iron Man mode. Here's the thing, I didn't like Iron Man in Crusader Kings 2 because it forces you to save every month. I don't know if it's the same with Stellaris. On the options it is, however, I'm gonna go for off options. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit play and pause the... Actually, I don't know how quick it is. It's very quick. Alright, I don't need to pause the recording at all, I'll just take a sip of water. Alright, here's our glorious nation. I'll read the text for once, because I'm hyped. In the eons since the first primitive Sharyan communities took shape on the windy plains of blessing, our civilization has spread and prospered. Great achievements were made both in the advancements of science and on the spiritual plane as we sought to expand our understanding of the universe and the role we play in it. a council of our most land priests was convened on... convened? Whatever. To advise our elected leaders, a tradition that continues to this day. Now, after the successful creation of artificial that didn't work out too well. Of artificial subspace wormholes, the finest minds of the United Holy Orders of the Dark Ones have finished construction of a first station of our edge of home system. I cannot speak, what's going on? Whatever, stars themselves are finally within our grasp, yada yada yada. We're awesome, the Dark Angels will silence all the stars and destroy all light in the galaxy, and then finally we can be all friends. Until then, we can still be friends, but let's destroy some stars first. Begin! So, I'll try not to make it too tutorially, but you know me, I'll probably talk too much about things that I can teach you because that's just in my nature, but... First things first, what do I need to do? What do I want to do? Well, there are few things you wanna do first. For example, you can go ahead and click on the galaxy map to see how it looks like. Oh, so that's how Ring looks like. I haven't played on a Ring map before. Huh. I played on a different map which actually had more stars more evenly dispersed. Right now, it's gonna be a pain to get to that place. Holy boss. You know what? It's for a video. And getting from here to there, it's gonna be extremely long journey. It's gonna make the series longer. So I'll quickly remake the start and change the galaxy shape, alright? Just give me a second. Alright, created a new galaxy. Now it should look a little bit more like what I'm used to. Yes, it is. It does look more friendly indeed for travelers. It should be much easier to actually travel across the galaxy now, which is good for the time reasons. Now, you can see some things from far away on your home systems. For example, in here, there's probably a neutron star or pulsar or whatever. I cannot actually check what it is. It's a cascade star. How do I know that it exists? Oh, because it's in a nebula, I see. But usually if there are pulsars in the galaxy, we'll know where they are. Because, I mean, we on Earth know about plenty of pulsars because they are... I mean, they do give plenty of good indications that they do exist. So that they're kind of nice. Now, let's go ahead and for the time being close the galaxy map, go back to where we were, that being our home system. And in that home system there are several things we need to do. Firstly, let's select our science ship. This is the ship that... It's very important in the early game, becomes a bit more obsolete in the mid and late game. However, during the times of war it is again very important and useful because it can analyze and reverse engineer enemy technology, which I was using a lot, trust me. It's very useful, extremely useful. That's actually what allowed me to win the war against the AI. So anyway, let's first things first, go ahead and survey the entire system that we are in. Now this ship is just gonna go from planet to planet, see what is on every planet. Maybe those planets will have some anomalies, those anomalies could give us some goodies. Or even if those planets do not have any anomalies, then, well, at the very least, the science ship can reveal resources that we can potentially gather and mine and harvest and use for our own. And to do that, we will need the construction ship. However, right now that construction ship has nothing to do, so let's just park him at our main planet so we don't have to pay for its maintenance. Or at least we still have to pay for its maintenance, but a little bit less. We also started with a small fleet. This fleet, I mean, it's very small. It's made of corvettes. Corvettes I usually stop making as quickly as possible because, in my opinion, a much better alternative to cheaply mass-produced units in this game are destroyers, because destroyers can actually house a large weapon, corvettes cannot. The biggest weapon they can have is a medium weapon, which severely limits their usefulness, in my honest opinion. True, you can have more corvettes than destroyers, but destroyers, I mean, let's just say you can attach Taculances to destroyers, you can't attach them to corvettes, so I'm kinda biased in that regard. Alrighty then. For the time being, however, we will make do with corvettes. Now, let's have a quick look at our planet, because what I do next is gonna depend on that planet. So, this is how it looks like. This is the governor we started with. We always started with heroes already purchased in your empire. In this case, this is our current governor. Extra happiness, production time, clear blocker, slave minnow output. He's a slave driver. We don't have any slaves though, so he's not very useful, is he? Edicts, by the way, they are kind of useful. You can spend influence, which is one of your resources, to create edicts that change some of the things on your planet. For example, you can have, if your planet has a lot of energy credits production, you can have an edict that increases that even further, which is extremely useful during the times of war, because trust me when I say that this thing, it goes into the negatives real quick during the times of war. Real quick. So that's kind of difficult to keep in the balance, which is why I'm gonna try to focus on keeping it up. Let's look at the surface of our planet. Now the surface, this screen is probably gonna look a little bit different to you. And it looks a little bit different to me as well, because right now, because of my internet limitations, I can only upload videos at 720p, as you can see by now, probably, which is unfortunate. But when you play on higher resolution, you can actually see, like, for example, this part of the screen over here, no problemo, but right now you can only see this thing, which, I mean, it's a compromise due to a small resolution that I'm recording at. So, yeah. I could record at a high resolution, downscale it, that'll probably look extremely nasty and stupid, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so what resources do we have on our planet? There's plenty of energy, which I like, a lot of energy in fact, not a lot of minerals, plenty, I mean a decent amount, not that much food actually, enough food to go by however, not a lot of science either, but mostly it's an energy focused planet. Alright, good to know. I'm actually kind of glad that it is. I'm gonna specialize this planet in energy if that's the case. Armies, we don't need to bother with that. Spaceport, we also don't need to bother with that for the time being, so let's ignore that. Now, let us head to research. Alrighty then, first things first, physics research. What can we go for? What do we want to go for? We can go for physics lab, which is useful for improving your science, but it's probably not a priority. Solar power network, very useful for your space station. It's an improvement for it, which allows it to actually generate energy rather than lose it. It's only free, but it is useful, and I think I'm gonna go for this. Alternatively, I can unlock the fusion reactor, which makes my ships, gives my ships the ability to produce more power. Right now, I have nothing to use that power on, however, so I'm gonna go for solar power and network. Thank you very much. Society research. Let's have a quick look. Colony ship, yes. I mean, I will show you the alternatives. The alternatives are the biolab, which gives you more food. No, actually, allows you to research society more. Or reduce army upkeep and allows you to make military academy. Very useful tech, I admit, but I want to colonize. So there's that. Actually, do I have anything immediately close to me that I can colonize? No, no colonizable war planet on this system, and as for the other systems, I need to discover them first. Alright, we'll see what I can see. Still, I do want to have access to colony ship, and I'll probably rush it as quickly as I can. As for the engineering, I can unlock a defense platform. These will be useful at some point, not yet. I don't have any enemies. Engineering facilities, so again, research. And I can unlock nuclear missiles. Except, I just said I don't really care about them, so let's start with engineering facility, I suppose. Now this hero that is governing my engineering slot, he actually gives me a bonus when researching industrial research, and this is an industrial research, so as you can see, I do gain bonus research speed from this hero, which is kind of nice. Alright, so there's that done, and I could actually start the game up by now. But before we do, I want to go ahead and have a quick look at Ship Designer. This is what you're going to be using for a lot of the game. I'm going to have a quick look at the Corvette. So right now what we have is a pre-designed hull Corvette using a medium and a small weapon slot. Both of those fit with a medium mass driver, which is our basic weapon that I chose at the start of the game when creating this race. Also, it's a really cool looking ship, by the way. Wait, that's an opinion, isn't it? No, it's a fact! It's a fact! It's a fact that the ship looks good, alright? It's not an opinion! Right? I'm pushing it, aren't I? Still, whatever, please. Just cut me so slack, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay. It's really hard not to give you any opinions in a video, you know that? The amount of things I will need to cut doing editing over this video is gonna be insane. But I love Paradox for giving me access to this game, so I'll actually do that. Either way, I'm gonna change this ship a little bit. Destroy this design because it's stupid, and I created my own Corvette ship. It's gonna be using the Interceptor because I do believe that Dark Angels, they are more a bit finesse and backstabbing than just attacking enemy with a giant mace. So let's go for that. Also, I wonder what these things are supposed to be. Yeah, whatever. Maybe they're just testicles or something. Space testicles for the win. And now I need to power my ship, so I have access to fusion reactors, and I need to fit 2 of them, which is a bit annoying, a bit wasteful, but still, it's good enough. I could actually... Can I remove one of these things? And then remove those? Yeah, I could make my ship super weak, and then just run 1 fusion reactor, and make the ship only cost 50 minerals, instead of it costing... 57. Yeah, let's go for 57 and actually fit all of the guns, shall we? That's much better. How do we call it? Twilight. I mean, we don't like Twilight, and as I said, this ship will become obsolete later on, and I'll stop using this design after a while. But Twilight, you know, it's not darkness, but it's the second best thing when it comes to lightness, so it's okay. It's what comes before the darkness, so we can accept that into our fleet. Let's save the design. Thank you very much. By the way, I keep trying to right-click everything to quit the menu. I played way too much on less legend and in less pages, I suppose. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue onward. I think now I'm really certain I finished everything. So let's unpause, start actually playing the game. Our ships are packed at our home mode, so they're not gonna use that much power. But I do actually want my military ships to start exploring a little bit. So let's go ahead and send the military to over here. Now this ring, by the way, is the range of our wormhole station, which is actually pretty big. I mean, look at the galaxy. Sure, it is a tiny galaxy, but still, the range in this is great, and it's only gonna get better as we go along. So I do like that a lot. Now, what do I want to show you? I could show you my government. This is our glorious leader. As we go along, I'll be able to change the way I govern factions. Like I said, that's not that yet. By the way, this is how we go. We enter the wormhole, and in a moment we're gonna arrive in there. Our wormhole is opening, as you can see, and there we are. We're already here. That's pretty nice. And this planet might be colonizable, which is okay. It's a tunnel world. That's absolutely amazing. I'm really glad I'm here. Alright then, let's keep exploring the planet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click shift. Unfortunately, I do have to come back every time to my wormhole station. It's a bit of an inconvenience, but still. Is that? It's a black hole. Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, still having. I really like having the wormhole station because of how fast your ships can travel between very long distances. Let's close the galaxy map for the time being. Wait, that's the wrong system. Let's go ahead and go back to Blessing. Alrighty then. So, as you can see, our science ship has uncovered some resources in our home system, so that's very good. Let's go ahead and start building mining stations around those planets and asteroids, so I can actually use those resources and increase my resource output. It is kind of costly, but it pays off, obviously, as you might imagine. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. As those things are happening everywhere, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to some of the other screens that you can gain access to. First of all, like I said, is the government. Not much to say here. Budget, it just gives you the overview of budget. Policies, we can actually should have a look at that. War economy, I like going for static. Static and dynamic allow you to be more panicky when fighting, but also when you're winning, it's kind of counterproductive. And I prefer to win, so let's keep it at static. Slavery. Would the Dark Angels allow slavery? No, we kill slaves. We don't have slaves. Slaves are inferior, they shouldn't exist. Purge, allowed. Oh. I'm not a collectivist. I want to purge though, that fits, oh whatever. Orbital bombardment, fool. Yeah, definitely. If something is this, we're gonna destroy stars at some point, so obviously we're gonna orbital bombard everything. Migration, only the prime, actually, you know what, I'll allow it to everybody. All pops can freely migrate. Normally, for gameplay reasons, I would rather not allow that. I like to have some more control over my people, but I think in our case, we allow the population to... then again, I would like to be able to murder non-main race, and I cannot purge them because I don't have the proper traits, so I'm just gonna go for limited migration if that's the case. Resettlement is gonna be prohibited. I do want my people to have freedom. Voting rights is gonna be a free vote, actually. Okay, we finished the construction of... you saw that, you can read. Okay, so voting rights, everybody can vote, that's nice and easy. Leadership, primary species only, I cannot change it right now. And first meet protocol is gonna be aggressive. If we meet something, it's probably bright, so we're probably very aggressive towards it. Then again, it might have all the secrets for the dark. Now, let's be aggressive. I prefer to play as peaceful, because it's allows you to, you know, to not have any misunderstandings that can be lethal, but let's go for peaceful instead. Aggressive instead, because it fits more with the theme. As for more edicts, information equality, no. A cat-free thought, no. Also no. And research grants, also no. Demographics, that just talks about the population in your empire, and that's about that. Anything important happened yet? We have access to another type of potential mining station, but we don't have the resources for that yet. That's okay. The start of the next month we will. Man, this ship is really small. Oh, we met somebody. Interesting. Let's. Okay, yeah, we have it. It's intelligent alien life. That's interesting. And beta aliens as well. Okay, stop for a second. Let's have a quick. Black hole. I'm sorry. I like black holes. They're my thing. Okay, so there are some sort of alien vessels in here. It looks like they're not major AI empires. It looks like these are the void clouds that really want to go through the event horizon. That's I wouldn't do that if I were you guys. I really wouldn't. It's I mean, it's I don't think it will be very fun to be spaghettified. I really don't. I think it's probably painful. Assuming you can even get to the level of being spaghettified without actually being crushed, irradiated, or whatever else, or burned alive in the probable firewall. I think firewall actually does exist, but whatever. Okay, so we discussed aliens, but I'm pretty sure we discussed some other aliens as well. We discussed alpha aliens, and let's have a quick look. And beta aliens. Where did we find those? I'm kind of curious. Where or when did we discover the beta aliens, and what are they? Don't know, I'm a bit scared. Also, look at the amount of planets that may have habitable worlds in there. There's what's that? It's a desert world, so we don't care about that. What is this? Let's have a quick check around the places. Arid deserts, very warm places. We'll get to that at some point, but not yet. Double tundra, that's nice. Tundra and tropical, so half nice. Nothing around the black hole, fortunately. So we can go either there, or we can go to this place where it's double tundra. So it's probably a better place to actually colonize because of its double tundra. I will later down be able to tell which place is actually better to colonize once I actually survey them. So we'll wait until that happens. Alright then, let's unpause. I'm really curious who the beta aliens are, but I don't want to waste time researching the language. If they are worthy of talking to us, they will research our language themselves. Although alpha aliens, they are bright, and we hate them. So why would we research them? Because you need to know your enemy. I could research the alpha aliens. Let's do that. Alright. Those are void clouds. I know what research I'm gonna get from this as well, but let's pretend that I don't. Okay, let's create another mine, give myself some more energy production. That's gonna be very, very nice. And what's that? Another alien race discovered? Are those the beta aliens? Those are the beta. Oh, I see. Crystalline-like entities. These are probably glowing a little bit too, aren't they? So I'll need to learn. I will need to know the language in order to destroy them later effectively. Alright then, let's research that as well. So I queue this up. This is, by the way, going to delay my research of colony ship a lot, but I'm not expanding just yet anyway, because I want to know how good the planets near me are, because there are several possibilities I can go to. Gamma aliens. Hold on a second. Let's have a quick look at that. These are star. Horrible, dreadful. Gamma aliens. These are mining probes. I mean, they're kind of glowing right now, but we are also kind of glowing, and they're not as glowing as the other ones. I don't think we. I mean, I'll be honest. I need to have the colony ship tech, so I'm gonna delay talking to them until later. They usually do give you a good quest though, so there is that. Okay then, let's unpause again. Now, as it is unpause, anything else I should talk about? Well, contacts. We don't really have any contacts yet, but species is gonna be a very useful screen, because later on, as I said, you will be. Did I say that? I don't think I actually did. Either way, later on, as the game progresses, you'll be able to modify your own race and make it actually more powerful than it starts off as, which is actually kind of cool. It costs you a lot of science, but you can do that, and you are strongly encouraged to do so as well. At least I would strongly encourage you to do that when you can. Okay, anything else? Empire. Well, this is just nifty overview. It's kind of useful. And Delta aliens, I see. Let's have a quick look at those guys. Zoom in on them. These are probably space amoeba or something of the sort. They are not really. I mean, they are kind of glowing, but not very. I think we can leave them in peace for the time being. So that's that. And are those are Arctics. Arctics are also cool. We cannot really colonize them yet, but there's plenty of them, as I can tell. Yeah, double Arctic. This is a very interesting selection of planets that we have stumbled across. so far. Okay then, anything else I should tell you or show you? Leaders, well that shows all of our kind of leaders. Actually, let's recruit an admiral right away, so that he can start leveling up. Extra experience gain, that's nice. I think I'm gonna go for that. Although less ship upkeep, that's also very, very tempting. And he'll have plenty of time to level up. Let's go for less ship upkeep. And let's have him assigned to this fleet. Nice and easy. This is gonna have no effect just yet, but I will have in the future when I have a bigger fleet, I assume. So there's that. Anything else? Wait a sec. Leaders, I don't think I need another one yet. Not yet, at the very least. Factions, that's good. Let's make another science ship, because I will have a lot of things that I will need to do with the science ship. So let's go ahead and have a quick look at my thingy. Great, I cannot afford a science ship just yet. Alrighty then. Also, my fleet is out of orders. It has discovered all the systems I have access to with my kind of wormhole. If I want to go anywhere else, well, I cannot go there because my wormhole station doesn't reach any of those systems. So that's good to know. Any of those systems I wanna possibly secure. Let's not pause the game. This would take way too long if I were to pause the game. Let's survey this system first, and then survey the other Tundra system.
Special project complete.
In the meantime, let's go over there. Let's go back to the home system and then decide what we want to do. Void clouds. All right. A cloud reads the order pod, collected from multiple sources. Collated from multiple sources, like a cloud of luminous stuff. Ugh, horrible. Billowing in the dark. Ooh, that's nasty. The report goes on to refer as the phenomenon void cloud, blah blah blah. It is evident to the priesthoods of the United Holy Order of the Dark Ones that these clouds are heralds animated by some higher way. No, they're not! Except, unless maybe by the evil will of the Bright Ones. Exactly what belongs to until blah blah blah. Conduit for the divine or not, it must be studied. We leave the matter in the capable hands of our admirals. So hold on a second, I need to read it to actually understand what this is about. Until such time, prudent to further immense power evident in its rotating notion with some caution. We need to study brightness in order to know how to extinguish it.
Situation log updated.
So this will give us another thing to research in the situation log. Investigate Delta, yes, we don't care about that, but we do want to be able to research the things. However, I'm delaying the research of physics right now, which is okay. We don't have enough minerals to actually build solar panels just yet, so it's okay if we delay it slightly, I suppose. Now, as for the Starfleet, let's actually have it orbit our system so we can save a bit on energy. And orbit, nice and easy. Okay, fleet order finished, so that's our construction ship. We still have more mines to create, which is absolutely amazing. Our study system is really good. I'll get back to you. First of all, alright, I cannot make another mining station yet. Crystalline entities. The pulse of those strange thingies. I don't have the time to read it. This video would be way too long if I had to read everything. You can pause the video, however, and read it. Issue a special product to remote, or we expect our fleet to break them apart. We need to know more about life to extinguish it. Like I said, let's stick with that blessing. So this gives us yet another quest. I don't want to delay our technology too much though, so I'll wait for that at least for a while. Okay then, anything else I need to do? No, I can increase the speed, I suppose. Let's have a quick look-see. The planet, what does it have? It has no special features, no anomalies about it, so it's just a standard planet. It's just as big as our home planet, which is actually not that amazing, but it's okay. Void and clouded. Void clouds are stewards of the cosmos. Once Sharyan astronomers knew what to look for, they found traces of void clouds everywhere. For the dawn of creations, they stood watch as stars were lit. Oh, these are heralds of the evil, the bright ones. Humbling? Well, yes, our enemy is powerful and mighty, but we will extinguish them one day. And it brings us joy to know how we're gonna destroy even the brightest foes. That's right. That's what it's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Alrighty then. Shall I make the video even faster? Well, it has been 45 minutes, so I could actually get ready to finish it in a moment. Split the parts. Let me drink a bit as I ponder upon this possibility. Thing is though, it's Stellaris. Let's keep going. Let's make it fastest. And as it is fastest, I'm gonna go ahead and
System
go
survey complete.
into my... I did queue up in the other server, right?
Updated.
So there's that build. I still gotta make another science ship. I need 95 minerals for that. So next month will be fine. And I met Zeta aliens. And they had to... How did I meet them? Allsec system. Where is Allsec system? Where is Allsec? Oh, it's this system. I actually haven't had a look at it yet. What is this? It's okay. It's still not another empire, so it's fine. Let's just leave it as interesting. I don't want to know what these are, however. Kinda. What are they called again? I lost track of that. Either way, I don't think I should distract myself with slowing down my research even further. I need to unlock some actual useful buildings, if you don't mind. So let us do just that. In the meantime, can I create another science ship? I don't think I should, though, because I'm kind of busy with my construction ship, making things around the place. I don't know. Let's think. Yeah, making mining stations is the most important thing for the time being, I believe. Leader gain the level, yeah, well, that's cool and all, but I don't really care about you, dear sir.
System survey complete.
How about these things? Okay, system survey complete. Let's send you, dear sir, to this place. Huh? Oh yeah, he has to walk back, and then survey this, and survey this. And after you're done with all of that, survey this last place that is still secure and safe, that I don't need to actually worry, where I don't need to worry about aliens trying to kill us. Now those planets, let's have a quick look at them. Slow down the speed a little bit. This planet, carbon wall, oh, habitability 0? Right, I click on the wall one, wrong one. This one doesn't have any special features, it's also very, very small, so I hate it. How about this one? It's also small, and it has no special features, so we're gonna expand north, no question about it. Shame, I really wanted to be closer to the black hole because it's a black hole, so it's cool. I can also expand on this planet, it's less ideal. Oh no, it's also a tundra. But it has no special features, and it's small again. Why are all planets so small? Whatever. I suppose maybe this means I have nothing to compensate for. Yay!
System survey complete.
Anyway, another system survey complete. It's not normally still. It's actually kind of amusing. Usually, by that point, I would have discovered a ton of servers, but I still haven't. Also, how's the colony ship research going? I need to go to the right one. Colony ship, 35 months remaining. I should not have distracted myself. So, oh well. In the meantime, let us create another science ship. No, I think I'm gonna research almost all there is to research in this area by the time I'm able to actually create a colony ship, so maybe not do that. Instead, what I could do is create a better navy. It's gonna be a bit costly though. Actually, what I should do, truly, is what I completely forgot about, is actually go ahead and have a look at my homeworld. Also, construction ship is done with stuff.
Complete.
So, actually, hold on, that's important. Let's slow down the speed a bit further. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel the orders. Okay, I'll let it survey the system, but as soon as the ship is done surveying the system, I'm gonna survey OSEC system. Why is it important? Because I can actually exploit the system as it is within my borders. I cannot exploit any of these systems because I don't have control over them yet. So there's that. So let's survey this thing next, and then survey all the other ones. Now, I can expand my borders, however. I will choose my research trader. It's not being wasted, by the way. It's the research points are being saved. So, construction ship can actually make something that is called the Frontier Outpost, which allows it to extend your borders without actually colonizing things. And these systems, they have a lot of stuff in them, so I may want to create a research, an outpost over there. It's kind of expensive,
Anomaly.
but I think it's worth it. Oh, anomaly, field risk. I like it. Risky. Let's do it. Okay then, I will create. I don't want to create outposts here. You know why? Because I'll be able to colonize this place very quickly, and I will colonize it most likely. So let's not bother. Let's not waste resources. For the time being, I'll just have my construction ship enter orbit, like so. Nice and easy. I don't do anything else. I could also create another wormhole, but for the time being, I'm busy with the places I'm in, so let's not do anything. I could create another science ship though. Now, it's okay to save up resources in the early game. You're gonna use them a lot in later stages of the game. I'm curious, however, could I destroy the void clouds? Because I finished the void class chain, right? Pretty sure I did. I don't remember. Did I or didn't I? I don't remember. I think I did. It gave me humbling. Can design happiness +5. Alright, good to know. So I can destroy the void class now, which I may want to do. Okay, which means life sides. I failed the quest with 15%! Oh, that's annoying. Whatever. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the aliens in the board's singularity, because they might be actually something that is worthwhile. Worth destroying, I mean. And I'm curious if I have the power to do it. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look at the research we have. Better guns! I like better guns. Faster ships, not too useful yet. Armor, always very useful, but better guns. Better guns. You're not gonna convince me to not get better guns. Okay, these guys are horrifying. Let's not be here. Let's have a quick look at another system, shall we?
Research complete.
Okay, research complete. Solar panel network. What else can we get? Administrative AI. I like this idea. We can teach AI how to fight for the dark ones. I don't know how much sense this makes. Deflector is also very useful, but I want more research speed. That's a very useful tech to have. So what do we have here? 105 crystalline entities. These are easier to fight. Much easier.
System
For the time being, let's go back to over there. How much longer until I can create colony ships still? Well, so let's create a few more ships, I think. I think that's not the worst idea ever. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I create solar panels. Let's do that. Of course. More power is always good. So there's that. And also, I keep forgetting. I can make things on the surface of my planet. Why do I forget about this? Because I'm a dummy, that's why. So first things first, I want to grow faster. So let's actually make some hydroponic farms. And that as a top priority. And then allow me to actually get some more resources, like so. And once I'm done with that, I'll probably make a power plant, but I want to save my minerals in case I can use them for something else. I cannot believe that I forgot to make those structures in my plans for so long. It's kind of embarrassing. Why is this thing blinking? Because I finished discovering the system. Fine, I don't really care. Okay, how are you doing, dear Sans ship? Please tell me that you were gonna discover some juicy things around this place.
Anomaly found.
Anomaly, 22% failure risk.
survey complete.
I'll leave for now. And there's nothing in there. Go figure.
Complete.
And the spaceport requires something more in the queue. Let's slow the speed down because I'm losing track. Alright then. Let's go for a corvette or two. Just to, have a bit of a fleet to fight the aliens if I need to. It's also gonna look cool, and I like things that look cool. As for the space, as for my war fleet, let's go ahead and have them orbit around the blessing. Nice and easy. Increase the speed again. I'm really tempted to create a frontier outpost, especially since I'm gonna expand to over there. Yeah, I'm gonna create a frontier outpost. Later on I can destroy it. It's not a big deal. Build frontier outposts. I should have done this sooner, I think. But I was indecisive, so whatever. Sometimes you're just indecisive, I suppose. Let me drink a bit. Alright, elections are underway. I can actually support one of the researchers. I don't really care that much, although extra energy credits, extra food, explorer thingy, edict cost, spaceport, I like that, but I think this guy is gonna be most useful.
Construction complete.
Monthly info, actually they're both kinda useful. And they both have a pretty good vote share. I'm gonna let them vote for whoever they want. I'm not gonna interfere. So let's leave it at that, shall we? Construction finished.
updated.
Wait, what happened? Oh yeah, ruler elected. So yeah, like I said, your first ruler really doesn't
System
last for very
survey
long.
complete.
More and more for influence, it's gonna be very useful. Influence is very useful in this game, especially since I'm creating a frontier outpost which actually uses influence. So that's a good investment in my opinion. More corvettes? Just one more. Just one more. First Starfleet, let's actually rename it to...
Construction complete.
Can you... Okay, let's slow it down a little bit. So let's name it... Darkblade. That sounds so lame, it fits those guys perfectly. Oh, I didn't. I've got Darkblades. Actually, yeah, let's make it plural. Dark Blades. That's gonna be our first armada, which is not very glorious, but it is an armada, I'll have you know, so there's that. 3 months until colony ship, this is gonna be glorious once I finally do make that. In the meantime, however, let us create another sector on the surface, and I'll make that a power plant, if you don't mind. Nice and easy. Make sure that it's gonna be actually staffed once I have the pops to, once it's actually constructed, so that's there, done over there. I'm not gonna queue any more construction. I'll need to create a colony ship soon enough one day. So there's that. You are still making the outpost, which is nice. And oh, thriving biosphere is nothing. It's not something unique to Blessing. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms. Oh, it's this quest. Oh, it's a difficult one. Oh, is it the quest I'm thinking about?
Situation log.
Actually, maybe it's not. I don't think it's the quest I'm thinking about. Alright then, we'll discover what it is as we go along. What are you? Ah, there are no more aliens in here. That's good to know. Oh no, it's just a science ship. Never mind, I thought there are aliens in here. Okay then, you this actually, let's have a quick look. Crystalline entity. Let's actually do this research, I think, because I'm working on research speed though. That's very important. Let's leave that for now being. Let's leave that for now. And let's make sure that I actually have colony ship before I research anything else, so let's not do anything too crazy. Orbit Research Monday. Yeah, whatever. Habitat World Survey, yeah, whatever. Let's keep forwarding a little bit more, because I want to finish this video once I actually start with my colonization attempts. Because, you know, it feels like it will be a nice breaking point by that point. That makes so much sense, I don't even. And I don't really want to destroy any aliens before I know if they're friendly or not. Okay, finally. Research complete. New research first, so let's go. Naval capacities. Monthly influence, yes please. Yeah, yes please. I'm not even gonna think about that. Yes please. It's gonna be so useful because later on I am always low in influence, so I do love that a lot. So let's do that. But now that I queued it, I'm just gonna go ahead and research crystalline. No, I'm not. I'm gonna investigate which aliens. Gamma sounds cool, so let's investigate Gamma and then Zeta. Zeta. How are you supposed to pronounce it? Meanwhile, our science ship still hasn't discovered this system and this system, so let's make sure that it does survey both of them. And also, let's actually design a colony ship. I know I have a design already, but I want to create my own because that's what I do. There's only one. Holy balls, it looks cool. That's a statement of fact, not an opinion, by the way. Cool because it's very cold in space, and it looks like this armor is also cooling in its looks or whatever stuff. Okay, how do I want to call it? It's gonna be called not Crusader. No, how do you? I already have the Holy Orders, so what's the capital of a Holy Order? I don't really know. Not in the English at the very least. Let's go. Let's call it. I don't know. Mobile Let's just call it Sanctuary. Alrighty then. Sanctuary has been designed. Let's go ahead and start the production. So we're just gonna go into spaceport, and we're gonna notice that we don't have enough to actually make it because I spent it all on making corvettes. Story of my life. I'll just kill things when I can, I suppose. I also wasted it on. Hold on a second. I haven't finished this structure yet. How much did it cost me? 100. Let's cancel that. Let's give me that 100 back, and go back to this place and dock. Enter orbit. That's right, because I want to make a colony ship as quickly as humanly possible. Thank you very much. And this video, guys, I mean, it's been an hour. So I'm gonna end it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty MiG Spammer. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you online.